Today we'll be making a mixed vegetable pickle. This pickle is mildly spicy, tangy, crunchy, and it has a lot of warmth in every bite. For those who have always loved the spicy Indian pickles but have never dared to make them, this is your essential guide to getting things done without the sun. I'm Shrikant Singh and welcome to our channel Happy Bellyfish. The pickle that we are making today has about 5 vegetables, a few aromatics, 12 spices, salt and oil, and while it seems like it has a lot of ingredients, making it is easy and most of the ingredients you will already be familiar with. I have listed the ingredients in the written recipe on our website. You will find the link in the description of this video. And if you're new to our channel and if you wish to support our work, then please remember to hit the like and subscribe buttons. Now let's get to the recipe. The most time consuming part is to deal with the main ingredient in this recipe, the vegetables. We need to cut and peel them and then blanch them. I will give the quantity of each ingredient as we prepare them. Cauliflower is the heart of every vegetable pickle. So make sure you get a firm, fresh, white cauliflower like this and break the cauliflower into small florets. We will use 200 grams or roughly 2 cups of cauliflower florets. Carrots will add a lot of sweetness to the pickle, so peel the carrots and slice them. You will need 200 grams or roughly 2 cups of carrots. These are red carrots, a winter season special here, but you can also use the orange ones. I prefer to remove the core as it leaves me with the sweeter and softer part of the carrot. If you like, you can also keep the core intact. Let's take the next ingredient now, which is the white radish. Peel and slice them, and we will need 150 grams or about 1.5 cups of it. And if you're using red round radishes, then slice them into 4. Add some green beans for the added sweetness and also to offset the pungency of radish. Cut them into equal sizes. Take about 100 grams or 1 cup of it. Now if you have fresh green peas in season, then definitely add them. Separate the green peas from the pods and you will need 100 grams or 1 cup of it. The vegetables you're using in the pickle must be fresh. Frozen vegetables and canned vegetables will not work as they contain a lot of moisture and moisture will work against your pickle. The vegetables are cut now, so let's blanch them. Blanching will help in retaining the color and texture, and it also helps in preserving the vegetables. Add the cut vegetables to boiling water and cook for 5 minutes. After this, drain the water out and spread the vegetables on a thin cheesecloth. Leave it to dry indoors for about 4 to 5 hours. If you want to speed up the process, you can place it under a fan or use a dehydrator or an oven. And if you have plenty of sunlight and a balcony where birds don't drop their secret sauce, then you can salt the vegetables in a mixing bowl and leave it for a few hours for it to sweat the moisture out and then dry them again. Choose any method that works for you, but the success of the pickle will depend on how little moisture the vegetables will have remaining. Now while the vegetables dry, we will prepare the aromatics. This is optional, but they will add a lot of warmth to the pickle and it is also a great sneaky way to eat ginger and turmeric. Take about 100 grams of ginger, peel and cut them into juliennes. Take 100 grams of fresh turmeric, peel the skin and cut it into thin but large slices. If you like it hot, then add a few fresh green chilies. I'm adding about 2 to 3. My tolerance is on the lower side. Slit the chili and remove the seeds and the vein. This will tame the spiciness of the chili. Take 2 to 3 lemons, cut the lemon and discard the white part and remove the seeds as they will make the pickle bitter. So all the fresh ingredients are prepared and the vegetables are still drying. So we will use this time to prepare the oil and the spices into which the vegetables and aromatics will go. Take about 400 ml of oil or between 1.5 to 2 cups of mustard oil. That is the oil that I'm using, and I will explain about oil a little later. Heat this oil on medium heat until it reaches the smoke point. You don't have to measure it with a thermometer. As soon as you see the smoke appear, remove the saucepan from the heat. When the oil cools a little bit, we will begin to add the spices. So about oil now, which oil to use and which ones to avoid when it comes to making pickles. Avoid using refined oil. They will not add any nutritional value. They are tasteless. Also, ghee and coconut oil will not work. They will saturate and go rancid very fast, and they will not help in preserving the pickle. I am using cold pressed mustard oil, but it may not be available in your country. So your other options are olive oil or peanut oil or sesame oil. I'm also using cold pressed mustard oil here, and this oil is very pungent. So if you're using it in the pickle without heating it first, the pungency of the oil will overpower every other flavor in the pickle, and it will also taste bitter. And I think only mustard oil needs to be heated because of this particular reason. So I hope I have explained most of the questions on oil. If you have a few more, then drop them in the comments and I will try my best to answer them. While the oil cools, let's prepare the spices. We will be using a total of 12 dry spices, and it sounds like a lot. So to make it easier, we'll prepare a spice mix first with 5 seed spices. This spice mix is also known as panchforan, which is extensively used in the eastern part of India. And you can get this panchforan in the spice stores, or you can make it yourself, and it's very easy. Let me show you how. Take 1 tablespoon each of cumin seeds or jeera, fenugreek seeds or methi, nigella seeds or kalonji, brown or black mustard seeds, and fennel seeds. Mix these spices in a bowl and your panchforan is ready. This panchforan spice is not just used for pickles. It can also be used for cooking a lot of other vegetables and lentils. We will need 5 tablespoons of this panchforan spice mix, but we will not put them whole. We'll first toast the panchforan on a pan on medium heat. Make sure you don't brown it, just toast them lightly until the aroma appears. Remove the spice from the pan and grind them coarsely in a spice grinder or mortar and pestle. The other remaining 7 spices we will need in the pickle are 1 teaspoon of whole black pepper, 1 tablespoon of yellow mustard seeds, 1 tablespoon of coriander powder, 1 teaspoon of ajwain or carom seeds, 1 tablespoon of turmeric powder, and this turmeric powder will give a nice color to the pickle. 1 teaspoon of hing or asafoetida, 1 tablespoon of Kashmiri red chili powder. We will also be adding 3 tablespoons of pink Himalayan salt. Let's begin infusing the oil with the spices and aromatics now. Pour the warm oil into a large mixing bowl. The oil is barely warm. It's not too hot to burn the spices, and it's not too hot to even burn your fingers. You can touch it comfortably but feel the warmth of it. Add the ginger julienne, chopped fresh turmeric, turmeric powder, ajwain, coriander powder, black peppercorns, asafoetida. I'm not adding red chili powder yet. We don't want you to be sneezing at this point. Mix all the ingredients once and then add 3 tablespoons of salt. Add the panchforan spice mix that you had prepared now and give it a good mix. If you have a good sense of taste and smell, then at this time you can already feel the warmth of the spice in the air. Now take the yellow mustard seeds and crush them coarsely, very coarsely in a mortar and pestle. Don't powder it or beat it to pulp. It must be crushed so coarsely that it still looks like a seed. It gives a nice appearance to the pickle this way. Now add it to the giant bowl of oil and other spices. Finally, it's time for you to add the red Kashmiri chili powder. So now the oil is also ready. All we have to do now is to mix the rest of the ingredients together. Add the sliced pieces of lemon and green chilies. Now add the vegetables that are dried after blanching. If you hold them in your hands, then they will feel cold, but you will not feel any moisture when you touch them. That's how you know that they have dried sufficiently. Add half a cup of lemon juice, and if you wish, you can also add vinegar instead of lemon. But don't end up adding both the vinegar and the lemon juice, and the pickle will then become very acidic, and forget about harmful microorganisms. You will not touch the pickle after that. You must mix everything in such a way that the oil is spread well throughout, covering all the ingredients. This is very important. And when you think you have done enough of this hard work, put the pickles in a clean and dry jar. You can have it immediately, but if you can, then exercise patience and wait for at least 1 week, and if possible, longer. If you give it enough time, the flavors of the vegetables, aromatics, and the spices will combine and they will give you a great depth in taste. But what you must remember is to shake the bottle lightly at least once every day, because the oil will start settling at the bottom and you need to move it around a bit, open the lid once to check if everything is all right. And if you get a lot of warm sunshine, then place the bottles outside in the sun for a few hours and remember to bring them back when you're going to sleep in the night. But if you stay in a part of a world where you have forgotten what sunlight looks like, then just leave it on your kitchen counter and it will still work. So I've been very patient and have waited for almost 3 weeks, and this was to also prove that I can preserve this pickle with not too much oil and with not adding any vinegar, and it has actually worked. So after about 3 weeks, both the pickle and I have aged sufficiently. The pickle looks good and it also smells good. And when you taste this pickle, even after these many weeks, the vegetables are still quite crunchy, the colors are gorgeous, and it has the right amount of spice, oil, and salt. And the essence of the vegetables is still maintained, just like how I like it. You don't have to refrigerate this pickle. You can keep it on the kitchen shelf and it will last for about 3 months or even longer. But since it does not have any artificial food preservatives, you will have to mix it every few days or whenever you're taking some pickle out to eat. Some people are scared of making pickles, and for a good reason. If you're not careful with it, it can catch mold or yeast, and all the hard work just seems to be a waste of time. But making pickle in many cultures, and especially in India, is a complex play of spices and other ingredients, and a lot of chit chat and laughter. A lot of care, meticulous planning, expectations, and hope goes into making them. So much that the pickles have become an expression of love, a source of pride and joy, and quite often one of the greatest memories you can hold of your mother. I hope you have enjoyed the video and that you will make this easy recipe yourself, for yourself, and for those who let you be yourself. So make it and let me know how it comes out, and I will see you soon in the next video.